life, in other words, unite the clan, stand up and fight. Let's do this. And by the way, it starts with speaking out, doesn't it? People say, oh, I'm sick of talk. I want to do. It starts with speaking out. When you live under a regime like this, which is worse than Nazism, worse than Stalinism, if you're still out in the street speaking, talking, you're a freedom fighter. You got guts. Anybody speaking up right now is fighting, is doing something. Look at Francis. Sorry to bring him up again, but he's making a first-class papal fool of himself because faithful Catholics all around the world are speaking up because they're shouting the truth. And the truth is, Francis, the globalist Vatican II tool, is about as Catholic as Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi. That's the truth. And guess what? Francis can't handle that truth. And he's making one mistake after another because he's so triggered by us, by people who are speaking out. He's triggered because he's an immature, silly little man who cannot handle criticisms. They can't ignore us in the Vatican anymore. They used to. Believe me, I've been in this fight for 30 years. They used to ignore us. They can't do that anymore. There are too many of us. The ranks of traditional Catholicism have swelled, friends, to such an extent that they're forced to drop the disguise, that they're just worried about the souls of people and trying to be nice and pastoral. They've dropped it. They're vicious, malicious people, crushing little old ladies now, watching the rosary on EWTN. That's what tough guy Francis is doing. They're dropping the disguise. They're out of the closet because we're speaking out all around the world, fighting, and we're enlisting the help, the aid of God, the angels, and Our Lady, and these demons can't handle that. So they're out there declaring open war on us now. Why is Francis trying to take away the old traditional Latin Mass? Because it really was the Mass that matters all along. Now, they used to pretend that wasn't the case. But for 500 years, faithful Catholics have been saying that, right? Traditional Catholics have been saying that it's the Mass that matters. Francis comes out and tries to make it illegal. Why? Because it's the Mass that matters. Rome has spoken. It's the Mass that matters. They were right, the traditional Catholics. They were right. Michael Davies, Archbishop Lefebvre, my own father. It's the Mass that matters. And Francis just confirmed it. Francis is inadvertently confirming everything that the pioneer traditional Catholics were saying from the beginning. That this war on the Mass was always a war on the kingship of Jesus Christ.